We're not on reservations. Instead, we're corporations now under the state of Alaska. So we're not reservations under federal government. And so we're business-making corporations, and we also have Tlingit and Haida Central Council, which is our regional tribal government. So we've got corporate government governing corporate businesses and Tlingit and Haida tribal governments. So we cover both business and tribe.
So a lot of most tribes in the lower 48 got some kind of reservation lands as part of treaties, right? Did that happen here?
No. Just corporate land.
So instead of giving tribal communities land, they gave tribal corporations land. And
yes.
And what's the difference?
Business, all business, commerce, corporations. Tribes represent the individual tribal member as well as the tribe as a whole, and families. Corporations, strictly business, money making.
What has that resulted in for the lands that have been given to the tribal corporations?
Once or twice a year, somewhere in there, we get dividends, checks in the mail, dividend checks. That's it. We couldn't live off them, but it does help us pay bills, catch up.
And what's happened to the land that was given to those corporations?
They're being industrialized, clear-cut logging, there's mining being planned, you name it, anything to make money.
What do you think will happen under the land list if that passed?
It'll end up in corporate hands under the Alaska land region, for the region. And then I don't know how they're going to handle it. You know, the landless bill is so convoluted, it's ridiculous, because they're talking 5 communities, and Ketchikan is the only larger community, and Teneke is the smallest, and they're going to deem Teneke as urban rather than rural.
And how many people?
See how ridiculous?
How many people does Teneke have?
100, about.
And that's an urban community.
That's what they want to make it under landless. So terminology is it makes fallacies. It's not real. You know, I mean, Juneau is barely urban.
Yeah.
Under definition, you know, of population. So when you get into rural communities, you're talking about village communities where everybody's related and families been there for generations. That's the difference. We're not residents, we're not visitors. We've always been here.
And do you think that, I think people hear the landless bill and they see what Alaska has been sort of putting money into promoting the landless bill, and it's pitched as a justice issue. What do you think of that?
Fallacy. It's all a fallacy. There's no justice in corporations, that's for sure, compared to tribes. There's justice in tribes, and the tribes have to step up, the tribal leaders, and start helping us battle for it, and see the land as all ours, and not as this is corporate, this is this is that. It's a whole. We can't be picking on just parts of our body, so to speak. We gotta be careful.
So you're saying more the national forest as a whole should be what people are having conversations about, as opposed to
the whole national forest, because right now every national forest is under threat right now.
Yeah.
Not just the Tongass, every national forest right now. That ought to make it public landowners sit up and take notice, I hope, and start speaking out. If you treasure your forest, say it.
So do you have more rights on corporate privatized native corporate lands compared to the national forest, or do you have more rights on the national forest system?
It depends. Like in Huna Totem, in Huna, they gate it. We can't enter. because it's business, tourism. And here in Juneau, Gold Belt, we drive out to Douglas and look at, oh, there is a gate there now too. But our lands are gated, so it's not open to us.
And those are
We're not on it.
and those are the ones that were supposedly given as settlement.
Yes.
What about the national forest lands that are publicly owned?
What about them?
Can you get to them? Can you use them in this?
Well, yes, of course, for recreational, for hiking, all this stuff, we can go anywhere around here. This is the National Forest Congress, and have the freedom to move around.
So it sounds like privatization would actually be a loss of access,
Yes, yes,
disguised as a gain of access.
and as a settlement,
Yeah.
and it's not a settlement. Corporations are under ANSCA. The tribes are under the federal Indian law, which is not public law. It's a total code of federal Indian regulations. That's different. That's where the tribes operate from. And those are specific guidelines for qualifying. And with ANSCA Corporation, you're a shareholder. I'm original shareholders with 100 shares. When I pass, it goes on and on, to my relatives. But with my relatives turn out to be non-native, you can see over probably 50% of Alaska is non-native owned.
Wow. Just because of inheritance.
It's a way to eliminate us. It's an elimination process through colonialism.
And it's disguised sort of as the opposite.
Is money making for us as the beneficiaries. But you see where I live? Why are shareholders poor and the corporate leaders so rich? There's millionaires off of ANSCA that are amongst us. Made their money. Did nothing for us, but they became famous.
And how does it make you feel that they're sort of trying again with these 5 village corporations?
It's just another battle. Another battle. One battle after another, and this is just another additional battle. And this time using natives. And it has nothing to do with natives. ANSCA is a public law. ANILCA is a public law. Natives are just thrown in there. Not because we're benefiting or gaining.
Yeah. And I think a lot of people see the landless bill as something that is about justice and it needs to be passed because they feel like to say anything against it would not be allyship. What do you think of that?
The landless bill is a political bill. The roadless bill is a political bill. It started with in Congress. Those with the R in front of them are the ones that have landless and roadless. Well, they're playing with ANSCA land claims instead of settling it. So it's just a puppetry game, and we have no gains from it. Shareholder, big deal. I live in poverty. How many people on the street are natives that have no home? Landless, homeless, that tells a story now. That's the condition that's placed on us right now, landless and homeless.
Do you think that the congressional delegation is pushing this legislation as a backdoor to just more development? Is that the motivation?
Absolutely. We don't have any delegation on native side. It's all business and corporate side, not on native or Indian side. It's all corporate, and we're shareholders. Tribal member shareholders.
Yeah. So they're using you to justify a resource giveaway.
Yes.
So that they can have more industry in Southeast.
Yes. Over 220 tribes across Alaska. How many people know that? Where are our voices? Where's our leaders?
And what do you think of Alaska putting money into trying to get the landless bill passed? Because they're purporting to represent the voices of Alaska Natives in that campaign.
No, they don't. represent our voice at all on the landless. No, it's a ploy to keep it open and rolling yet and exploited. We need it settled and closed. We don't need this. We're just puppets. There's no land settlement for us shareholders, but for those that are working in it, doing real well. Doing real well. Nice houses, nice retirement. Don't have to worry about pinching pennies. Hard to be happy for them.
Yeah.